Are you looking for a compact security system that gives you all the flexibility of having a network video recorder or a CCTV style recorder? Something that you actually have full access and control to? Then HeimVision's HM243, it might be the actual solution for you. It includes 4 of these 1080p network video cameras, and it is a sweet small package because you don't need to actually plug in an extra monitor. It is all inclusive, and I will get into all these details right after this. Thanks for watching another episode of Breaking Elegance, where we help you improve your lifestyle with technology. I'm your host, Angel, and let's jump right into this one. This is the HeimVision HM243. It is a network video recorder that is pretty compact and saves you a ton of space because this one LCD display here is actually the actual network video recorder, and it records from those 4 cameras straight to this one unit, saving you a ton of space. So let's see what comes in the box. One thing I do have to say, shipping was not forgiving to my box. There was a little nick on that corner on the upper left-hand side here, and you get some manuals. I'm going to put that aside, and we have the actual recording unit, if I could get it out right here, and it comes in this like bubble wrap thing, so it looks like they took really good care of packaging that up right. We have some boxes in here. It looks like 4 cameras, and let's go ahead and take a look at one of these, make sure that these are the cameras. So far it looks pretty good. And these seem to be like these older barrel cameras, the actual metal ones, which I like a lot. I actually think these are a lot better constructed than these newer plastic cameras that come with some of these network video recorders, and I really do like that. So let's keep taking a look at the rest of these accessories. So let's take a quick look at the actual network video recorder. Has 2 wireless antennas here for your cameras, of course, some film in the front that we will remove, and I really do like this unit because it will conserve a lot of space because you will not need to use an external monitor along with your unit if you do not want to. On the sides, you have a couple of connections. One is HDMI, you got an Ethernet jack, and 2 USB ports. And that is pretty nice for connectivity. It also includes a mouse with the unit. On the back here, you actually have a standoff if you want to put it on a table, and some mounting holes to actually mount this unit on the wall securely, and that's pretty nice to see. Now, back here is also where you would need to install your own personal hard drive because this unit does not come with an internal storage hard drive. So unfortunately, you will need to provide that yourself if you really want to have local storage for your footage. So this is the accessories box where you will find all your important accessories. You will have 4 power bricks for the cameras, and they should also be a power brick for the actual NVR unit itself in here. Also find an Ethernet cable and a mouse in here that you will be able to use with this network video recorder so that you can navigate on the actual unit. So to actually record some local video to this network video recorder, you will need to install a hard drive. And if we flip it over, we will see these mounting holes in the back that will accept an actual 3¼ inch hard drive, like a standard desktop hard drive and a laptop hard drive. Now, to actually get in here, you will need to remove these screws here on the side, as so. So now with the actual screws removed, you can see how I have mounted this laptop style hard drive on this backplate. It will also accept 3¼ inch desktop style hard drives as well, fairly easily. All you need to do is connect your SATA power and SATA data connector that are on this unit, and you're ready to go. The screws for the hard drives are included in a little baggie with the network video recorder. So with the unit flipped over now, all we need to do is plug in our mouse and power and wait for it to boot up. It does take a couple of seconds. So now that we're all hooked up, we want to go ahead and set this guy up. So let's go ahead and right click anywhere. Go to your setup wizard in that menu. It might prompt you for a password and a username. You do not have a password yet because we haven't set that up. Definitely want to do that later on because this is a security system. So Here you can set up your date, time, and language. Then we'll click next. I will be leaving these alone because I did set this up before, so I'm on channel 6. If you know a channel for your wireless that is clean, I would select that. If you're in the United States, select FCC for our standard regulations here in the States. If you're somewhere else, you do have options for EU and MKK. I'm not sure what that is, and T-mode. So let's go and hit next. It is going to confirm that you want to do this. I'll hit yes. You will get this cloud QR code. I would suggest you do not share this. So I will click next. And now it is going to see that hard drive I just installed, and I will select it and format it. I already formatted this guy, so I will skip through this. Here, it will give you different options for software that you can download using these QR codes so that you can completely set this up to work with either your iPhone or Android. And there's also your Cloud ID here again. So you will need that so you could use the Easy Wizard or the Easy software for your PC. And then we're all set. That's pretty simple, straightforward, and easy to do. I really like this setup. So before I go ahead and run a test on these cameras in a real life situation, I actually want to talk about the cameras themselves, because I was confused myself of why I would want a camera with this dangling cable even though it is wireless. And that's because you only need to run power to this camera. Anywhere you can find power, that's where you can mount this camera. And that gives you a lot of versatility, believe it or not, because you don't need to run it all the way back to the network video recorder. That makes it very hard to actually set up a camera, especially when maybe you're trying to put the camera somewhere where you can't easily get back to that network video recorder. You only need to plug it into power. Now, one thing I really do wish that was included in the box, but it is not, is an extension cable for that power. Now, this is an extension cable that I bought on Amazon for this specific camera. I will be linking this in the description below in case you do get this unit and you need to actually run that cable further away just to get it to power. Now, is it a deal breaker? No, it isn't. Is it annoying that it is not included in the box? Yes, it would have been nice to have this cable included inside of this box, but no, I picked it up on Amazon. Link in the description below. Besides that, let's go ahead and put this camera to the test and see how it actually does its job. So here's some actual footage of the HM243 network video recorder. And as you can see, it is actually pretty clear and the image is coming in pretty sharp, pretty clean. And I really think this unit does a great job with the cameras that are included at recording. And here we actually have some in the dark footage of me adjusting the camera and making sure everything was all well and put together when I was installing it. And I really do think it did an amazing job in the dark. As you see, as I move further away, it actually adjusts and compensates for it being completely dark outside. And the image does look really, really good. So the more I use this actual DVR unit, the more I use this video recorder, the more it catches me off guard and the more I am happy with it. Now, in the beginning, when I unboxed it and I even thought about making this video, I'm just going to be completely honest. I was like, wait a minute, I have this dangling cable out of here and I thought this was going to be completely wireless, and then I really caught the gist of it, even though I really am for wired systems, because I do not want to worry about one, power and having an issue where the battery is no longer charged in my camera, because this is a security system. It's supposed to be running all the time and I don't want to need to change batteries, and that's not my thing. I always go for a wired security system, and especially one that actually has local recording, because I want my data in my allocation where I am so that I can actually revise it and look at it and have it immediately when I need it. And I also want the ability to record to the cloud. This unit is so versatile, it lets you do pretty much all of that and above. Now, this camera, going back to the wiring, yes, it does have this cable, and The cool thing is you don't need to run all the way back to your DVR. You just need to run to power. So wherever you can get this cable to power, that's where you can terminate your camera. So if you got a power outlet near the front door, then you just need to run that far so you can get power to the camera. Same thing for the rear door. If you have power near that rear door, that's where you just need to go ahead and power on the camera. The rest of it is wireless, making the cabling a lot easier to do, and I really do like that feature. Besides that, it is pretty simple to set this guy up, and I'm really happy with it. Another feature that caught me off guard with this unit is, even though it has its own display, it is not the best display I've ever seen in my life, but it gets the job done, and it's fine for surveillance purposes. But if you want a better display, right here on the side of the unit, to my right, probably to your left, it's really interesting that there is an HDMI port, and that HDMI port lets you use a secondary display. So if you don't like this image, you can actually output to another display through that HDMI port on the side of this DVR, and you can use both displays at the same time. I've tested that and it's fantastic. So if I want to go to a TV on HDMI 2 in another room and see what's happening on my cameras, you can actually do it with this guy as long as you have a long enough HDMI port to get to that television. Really cool, really nice feature, caught me off guard. I didn't even see that in the manual. I would like to offer an apology to HeimVision because it took me a very long time to get around to the actual review of this unit. I had it in my possession for a while, didn't unbox it or anything. I wasn't in the loop and making videos, and I am back, and I am more than happy to make more videos, not just for them, but for you guys as well. If you have any questions and any comments that you would like to leave about this unit, leave them right below. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, hit that like button. It really does help the channel, and it really does help that YouTube algorithm so that we can go strong and get to the moon or wherever it is that we're gonna go, whatever. Other than that, like always, you guys have a great one.